Yo, 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 what's up, people? What's up? What's really good? It's your boy, Brandon Bravon Towns. And normally I do, I'm going to do the whole Sports Plus Life thing where I, of course, do it the professional way and put it on YouTube. I'm in the maestro's chair right now. The microphone is right next to me. But unfortunately, if you see my jaw, I got two infected teeth. Got me out here talking like I'm 50 Cent. Ain't this a bitch? But I'm going to do something this week because this is the week of Thanksgiving, and the week of Thanksgiving has always been special for this show because the very first episode of Sports Plus Life that I did was on Thanksgiving Day 2018. So maybe if my it balloon face head ass can actually go down some, I may do something early Thanksgiving morning. But as you can see, look like somebody punched the shit out of me. But ain't nobody touch me. I guarantee you that. Ain't nobody touch me but these two badass teeth that I got back here. But let's go ahead and review the week, shall we? We can still do a week review. I can't, again, reason why I'm not doing the show in this regularity is because I can't talk too much. Can't talk with so much. My guys, especially Sean, Calvin, David, they make me laugh. They make me laugh uncontrollably. And unfortunately, when I laugh, it hurts like hell. It really does. And my guys are funny. So we can definitely review the week in the NF of the L. So we'll start off with that Thursday night game. The Tennessee Titans defeated the Green Bay Packers 27-17. And as far as playoffs and the Green Bay Packers are concerned, you may as well pretty much kiss them goodbye. It's not officially over, but it's hard to say that you could see Green Bay rallying to do something. It's just not a good year for them. As for the Tennessee Titans, damn it, I thought we was done with them. I really thought that we was done with them this season. All they've done is win 7 of their last 8 games, if I'm not mistaken. They won 27-17, and it wasn't really because of Derrick Henry. Ryan Tannehill played his ass off, threw for 333 yards. He outplayed Aaron Rodgers to the T, no question about it. So Tennessee is pretty much in the driver's seat in the AFC South. On the yesterday's games. The Atlanta Falcons. I actually called the Atlanta Falcons to win, and the Atlanta Falcons actually won in a very entertaining game against the Chicago Bears, 27-24. Justin Fields for the Bears has been balling out of his mind. Wait till they get some weapons to help this man outside of Darnell Mooney, because Mooney is good. But wait till they get some other weapons. Mooney and Cole Kmet. That tight end Kmet, he's a beast too, low-key. But it wasn't enough. The Falcons win 27-24 to keep their hopes of the division alive. Cordero Patterson had himself a game. Broke the all-time record as far as most kick returns in the career for the NFL, doing that yesterday. Boy's a beast. The Buffalo Bills versus the Cleveland Browns had to be moved to Detroit because you see all that snow up in Buffalo. 6 feet of snow. The snow is taller than me. Ain't that some shit? No, they had to move that game to Detroit, which they play at Detroit anyway this week for Thanksgiving. But they beat the Cleveland Browns 31-23 to get back on the winning side of things. Devin Singletary had 86 yards for Buffalo. That's significant because we all know Josh Allen has been Buffalo's rush offense this season. But Buffalo goes to 7-3, tied with the Miami Dolphins, who has the tiebreaker for first place in that division. In Indianapolis, the Fighting Jeff Saturdays damn near pulled off another shocker. But it was Bird Gang, bitch. Bird Gang, Jalen Hurts, they played like crap for the first 3 quarters. And then Jalen Hurts said no more. He had a game-winning rushing touchdown, and Eagles fly rebounding from that shocking Monday night loss to the Washington Commanders. They beat the Colts 17-16, and the Eagles needed a game like this because they needed to prove that they could snatch victory from the jaws of defeat, that they could win a game when it comes to some adversity. That's what was missing off of their resume. You could say the 14-0 Jacksonville, but that was all in the first half. They had to come from behind, from down 2 scores in the fourth quarter to pull this game out, and they did that. Eagles 9-1, still best in the NFL. In New England, talk about 1930s football. That was the Patriots and the Jets. One off of a punt return in the final seconds of the game. New England is now 6-4. Let me say this about the New York Jets. Their defense is awesome. Their defense is just like their coach, Robert Saleh. Fucking awesome. Here's the problem. Zach Wilson is the problem. I've been saying this all year. When the Jets were 6-3, do you believe in the Jets? I believe in them. I don't believe in Zach Wilson. That's the problem. Bench his ass, put in Joe Flacco. I bet the Jets would make the playoffs. Because all Flacco has to do is not screw it up, be respectable. He knows what it's like to play with an elite defense. What do you think he was doing early in his career with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Terrell Suggs? Zach Wilson got to sit. He is not your answer. The Jets have a legit chance to go to the playoffs this year, and Zach Wilson is going to be the reason why they don't. In New Orleans, a game between two disappointing teams this season, the Saints and the Rams. New Orleans, I was right on that. New Orleans won the game 27-20. One of the upsets of the day, even though I wasn't that surprised, the Fighting Dan Campbells, the Detroit Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, the Detroit Lions are on a 3-game winning streak. I'll be goddamn. If I had some sound effects I could put in the background, I would. The Lions have won 3 straight. They dogged the New York Giants, the previously 7-2 New York Giants, 31-18, and they had 3 straight. What can you say? The Lions are going to come into the Thanksgiving Day game with a bunch of confidence. What have I said all season? The most dangerous team in the league are the teams that believe. And right now, the Detroit Lions, they just look like they're just going out there and having fun. In Baltimore, in another ugly game, the Steve Smith Senior Bowl, the Carolina Panthers and the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens won 13-3. It was ugly. Baker Mayfield started, so that lets you know why the Panthers have 3 points. And another loss. Baltimore improves to 7-3. In Houston, the red-hot Washington Commanders. Tony, you were absolutely right. I said last Monday before the Monday night game, I said, if your predictions are right, the Commanders are going to have a hell of a week. They beat the Eagles. They come back. They beat the Texans. They handled the Texans easily, 23-10. Don't let the 10 points fool you. That was a late touchdown late in the game when nobody cared anymore. The Washington Commanders are now 6-5. They are rolling. They have won 5 of their last 6 games since Taylor Heineke has been in and Carson Wentz has been out. Message. Okay, and of course in Denver, made it home just in time yesterday to watch my Broncos blow it. They lost to the Raiders in overtime, 22-16. Derek Carr hit Devontae Adams for a game-winning touchdown, a walk-off touchdown in overtime. Could we be any more trash? That's all I have to say. As a long-time, lifelong Denver Bronco fan, could we be any more trash? We stink. Beatdown of the season. Remember last week the Minnesota Vikings played in a game that could have been seen as the game of the year, especially with that Justin Jefferson catch in Buffalo coming from behind. How do they respond to that? What do you do for an encore? You go home and you get your ass thoroughly destroyed by the Dallas Cowboys, 40-3. 40-3. Let me say that one more time if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan. 40-3. What the entire fuck? The Minnesota Vikings record should be reversed for that one performance alone. They left out that game 8-2. They should have left out that game 2-8. Man, they got their ass whipped. And y'all know I hate Dallas. I can't say nothing bad about Dallas when I'm talking about this segment. Good Lord, they destroyed the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, gee whiz. 40-3 in Minnesota? You got what? Ugh. In Pittsburgh, the Cincinnati Bengals, here they come. They beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 37-30. Joe Burrow had 355 yards. T. Higgins, in taking that number 1 spot in relief for Jamar Chase, put up a $148. The Bengals are now 6-4. Sunday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs do what the Kansas City Chiefs do. Beat the LA Chargers in thrilling, magnificent fashion. Travis Kelce's late touchdown. Travis Kelce had 3 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, even though he's 33 years old, getting a little long in the tooth by NFL years, still the best tight end in football. Kansas City, number 1 seed in the AFC at 8-2. So that leaves us with tonight's game between the 49ers and the Cardinals. It's been ruled that Kyler Murray will not be playing. All of my guys picked the 49ers to win. And speaking of which, I would like to go over the Prediction League now. Prediction League Monday. Marcus won the week. Congratulations, big dog. You won the week because everybody picked San Francisco. Everybody picked San Francisco. Any deficits will remain the same. Marcus got 10 right. I definitely redeemed and rebounded from last week. I was horrible last week, only getting 4 right. I got 9 right, as did David. David has been coming on strong the last couple of weeks. I got 9 right, as did David, as did Aaron. And then Sean and Tony had 8 right themselves. Marquise had 7. And Calvin had 6. Now, as far as grand total goes, y'all still staring up at the champ. You know, and all I'm doing is just picking these games. What's the grand total so far? I'm in first place with 97. Marcus has jumped over top of Sean. He has 90. Sean has 89. Fourth place, would be Marquise with 85. David and Tony have 77. Calvin has 76. Aaron has 69. And again, Boogie, that was because you missed a week, bro. You could be right there in the thick of things. But y'all still staring at the champ, okay? Y'all better recognize. Y'all stood swole face and all. This is what I do. Now, let me make my predictions for this coming up week. I will get my guys' predictions as the week goes along. All this talking I'm doing is actually starting to make my face hurt. So I better make this quick. So that means I need to shut the fuck up. Let's see. Well, let's start off with the Thanksgiving Day games. Buffalo was already in Detroit, so they'll be in Detroit again, playing the red hot Detroit Lions. The red-hot Detroit Lions. Buffalo versus Detroit. Man, them Lions got it going, but I'm picking Buffalo. Yeah, I'm going with Buffalo on that. Big game in the NFC East. New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. Both teams 7-3. You know, Dallas was so impressive yesterday, and the Giants were so the opposite yesterday. As much as I want to root for the Giants, I'm going to put that voodoo on the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm going to pick them to win. The Patriots and the Vikings owe their whole goddamn state of Minnesota an apology for that bullshit they put on yesterday. Now they're playing Bill Belichick and the Patriots, who have quietly been playing very well of late. In Minnesota, Kirk Cousins on primetime games. I'm going to look at it as the Vikings played so bad, they have no choice but to rebound. They can't go nowhere but up, but as sorry as they played yesterday, I'm going to go with Minnesota begrudgingly because Kirk Cousins doesn't do good in primetime games. That is a fact. On the Sunday's games, Tampa Bay at Cleveland. I'm going with the Bucs. I have to be smart. Cincinnati at Tennessee, a rematch of the playoff game last year, which the Bengals went in and beat the number 1 seeded Tennessee Titans, and Tennessee is playing like they want to be number 1 seed again. But I'm going to go with Burrow and the Bengals. Here they come. Houston at Miami. I think Miami wins this one. Miami has to win this game because their schedule is brutal after this week. Chicago at the New York Jets. You know what? I'm going with the Bears. Because if Zach Wilson is your quarterback, I don't got much confidence in you. And check this out. The Jets had the chance to draft Justin Fields instead of Zach Wilson. They were in the same draft class, the 2020 draft class. The 2021 draft class. What would the New York Jets look like with Justin Fields at quarterback, with that defense that they have and those receivers that they have? Bet you're thinking about it all over again, ain't you, New York Jets? I'm rolling with the Bears. Atlanta at Washington. This is an interesting game because Washington is playing so well. Atlanta is in the thick of a division race. I got to go with the Commanders, man. They're rolling right now. They really are. Denver at Carolina. The Carolina Panthers look pathetic. And so do my Denver Broncos. And I like it. You know what? I'm picking Carolina. I ain't picking us to win another goddamn game this season. Baltimore at Jacksonville. I'm going with the Ravens. That's not hard. The Chargers at the Cardinals. I'm going with the Chargers. I don't know if Kyler Murray's going to play or not, so I'm going with the Chargers. Las Vegas at Seattle. Man, fuck the Raiders. I'm going with the Seahawks. The Rams at the Chiefs. This looked like such a great game at the beginning of the season or when the schedule release happened. Not so much now. I'm going with KC. New Orleans at San Francisco. San Francisco is about to roll, y'all. I'm going with the 49ers. Green Bay at Philadelphia. I'm going Bird Gang. Bird Gang on Sunday Night Football. How about that? Pittsburgh at Indianapolis. A game nobody should really care about. We got Mike Tomlin versus Jeff Saturday. The head coach is on primetime. You know what? I'm gonna go with Mike Tomlin. Going with Pittsburgh in that one. So my picks are as follows: Buffalo over Detroit, Dallas over the Giants, Minnesota over the Patriots, Tampa over Cleveland, Cincinnati over Tennessee, Miami over Houston, Chicago over the Jets, Washington over Atlanta, Carolina over Denver, Baltimore over Jacksonville, the Chargers over the Cardinals, the Seahawks over the Raiders, the Chiefs over the Rams, the 49ers over the Saints, the Eagles over the Packers, and the Steelers over the Colts. Those are my picks for the week. I will get my guys' picks. Some of them I'll probably get later on today. But before I go, again, if my jaw is a little less swollen come Thursday, I may hop on the mic and do a little Sports Plus Life quickie. But if in case I'm not able to do so, I would like to wish everybody out there a very, very happy Thanksgiving, a happy and safe Thanksgiving. You know them chitlins is on deck for me. I don't give a damn how swollen my mouth is. Them chitlins is coming. Them chitlins are getting cooked and they getting ate, bruh. So, but I'd like to wish everybody a happy, wonderful, and safe Thanksgiving. I love everybody, my HS family, my family in general. I just want everybody to enjoy the holiday. Enjoy the holiday. Oh, and by the way, Heather is doing a live stream on the 27th, if I'm not mistaken. On the 27th.